Tell the DJ turn it up, better DJ bring it back. Tell the DJ turn it up, better DJ bring it back. Tell them play that shit again, tell them that you like.
What's up, everybody? It's your host, Kurt Dragoon, and in today's video, guys, I've got a viewer request video for you guys today. We're going to be planning a Queenwalk Laloon, and since this is my attack, I know exactly what I was thinking, and I'll share it with you guys in this video. So right here, I started looking at the space, and when you look at the space, guys, one thing you notice about it right away, as an air attacker, if you do use air, you've got ADs right here near the outsides of the base. So basically all these ADs are walkable by a queen. So that's immediately my thought process ran to Queenwalk Laloon. Now the CC pull, the radius, I want to say like it ended up around here somewhere, so that my queen would pull it, and of course the enemy queens ran around here somewhere as well. So I knew if I brought my queen up and down this area here, she would engage the CC and the enemy queen. But now, you know, I also brought a couple of hogs to deploy to try to pull the CC if needed. So this is my thought process on this base. So basically right here I'm going to start my walk, and I've got these two camps right here that are going to funnel my queen. Of course she's going to take out, you know, the builder huts, and then she's going to step up and take out these buildings. I'm going to stick a wizard here to take out this, and then if I get any more value from him, it'll be fine. If not, it's fine, whatever. So I've got, in this raid, guys, I've got 2 rage spells for my Queenwalk, and those are if needed. And most of the time, guys, when you're doing a Queenwalk, you're gonna need the rage for dealing with the enemy queen and dealing with the enemy CC. But the best thing, guys, and the most, I guess the best thing to try to do is to engage them both with one rage, and that doesn't always happen. But in this raid, it does. So right here, you know, I'm wanting my queen to come down and just go down this path and take out pretty much all this. Get the queen, get the CC, not inside the base, obviously, guys, but get it, you know, throw drawn in it and poison it. And she's going to take all this and go on, you know, and get this AD, and she'll go around and get this AD, you know, and get this cannon. So that's what I'm wanting for my walk. And so that's a lot of value if you look at it. These guys too, sorry. And with 2 rages, I thought I could achieve it. Now the next thing you need to notice about this is the sweeper positions. And let me just use a different color just to show you. This sweeper is pointing this way, and I think his reach is like this, right? And this sweeper is pointing this way, and his reach is like this. So, you know, I was kind of debating. I didn't know if my queen could reach this sweeper up top right here. I was kind of hoping she would, but if not, I was going to deal with it. But my idea for the Lalo, being that the sweepers were there, I was going to come in, you know, right here at this AD and start my Lalo, because I had really expected my queen to do a lot. I know I'm going to get, once I come in, I'm going to get a split on balloons, and some of them are going to go this way and some of them are going to go this way. So that part is okay. I've got haste and everything for that. So here was my Lalo. And guys, I also had thought about this too. I also thought about bringing my hound this way, because I've got 2 hounds, and letting them just soak up all this air defense, and then bringing my balloons in from the top. But I decided, as my Queenwalk was, I mean, I planned for both sides. Let me just say that. I planned for both sides. But as my Queenwalk was going through, I just decided to come in on this end. And so my hound, one hound here, you know, and I think I did one hound here. And then I got one in the CC. And what I did, I came in with some balloons on this mortar, pretty big group of balloons. I'm not sure how many. It might have been, you know, 6 or 7. I'll just put 7. And then, you know, I'm gonna haste, and I don't have a proper haste, so I think we use pink for the queen. So I'm gonna haste about right here. And I'm gonna bring in, as this AD goes down, I'm gonna bring in my next town this way and just bring in more balloons as everything is working in. And guys, I've got a pretty good amount of balloons. So I end up using a rage about right here. And guys, my Queenwalk was so good on this base, I end up, I think, having a rage around here, and I still had another haste spell to finish it off, and I think I end up playing that haste about right here, because that group of balloons that come by the sweeper, you know, they went up into that. So let's get started. We see the building blocks of the attack. Now guys, my king, he was for wherever I needed him, and so I ended up thinking I needed him, and I ended up playing my BK. I'll just give you an idea of where I played him. I ended up playing him right here because I felt like my queen was not turning fast enough to engage the AD right here at the beginning. So I dropped him, and I dropped a couple of wizards hoping that they would take out this AD, but they did not. So the queen eventually got it, and she come around and got the other one just like I'd planned. So the walk did go to vision, but there was a lot of trash, and she kind of tic-tacked her way into where I needed her to go. So that's the vision, guys. Let's take a look at the actual attack. All right, guys, now that we did all the planning, let's take a look and see how this attack unfolded. And this just gives you more of an insight into Queenwalk Laloon. And right here, got my wizard up, got my queen going. I waited for her to take a little damage from the mortar so that my stuff wouldn't redirect to the wizard, my healers. And right here, I was like, okay, wizard's still alive, doing some work right now. But this worried me right here. This was not boding well. I felt that my queen was not going forward towards the gold storage like I wanted her to. And this really scared me, this next move. When she turns to the left, I got worried. So I dropped my king here in a minute, and I just wanted to take out some of these buildings. And so right here, my queen, as you see, she is very, very distressed, but I rage her up, and she's gonna engage the queen, and here comes my hogs. Well, they didn't go where I wanted them to. But it didn't matter because my queen is gonna step up and get the ADs that I wanted, and when she done it, she pulled the CC. So right here, I poisoned them, I phased her, and I did not use my next rage. So right here, I was good to go. I was ahead of the game. I had a rage in the bag. My king took out some stuff. Now my queen's just gonna walk around. I got that cannon, didn't even realize it, that I was gonna get it. I dropped this first hound knowing that my queen was gonna do that, but I wanted him to take a little damage. That's why I didn't put balloons over there. And he's gonna redirect here in a second. There he goes, he's damaged up. That's perfect, that's what I wanted. And now my balloons are coming in. Now my walk is still going, and she is gonna run into the king, but he's already injured. And as you can see here, everything is looking really good. Now I ended up changing my rage because I had that pocket of balloons going that way, so I took it away from the original plan and adjusted it on the fly. But right here, I was kind of hoping that my lava hound would tank a little bit better because my balloons got kind of smoked by the expo, and I didn't get that sweeper, by the way. So that was another thing. I was a little bit disappointed with that. But as you can see, 3-star was the result, and it worked. So now that we've seen a actual Queenwalk attack plan and attack, let's look at a few more Queenwalk Laloon replays. Alright guys, we got another great Queenwalk Laloon right here being performed by Mangy THANGG in It's a G Thing. And I'll tell you, when I first started watching this attack, I actually caught the end of it live. I think he was up by the town hall with the walk here as I caught it. And I thought that this was not what he wanted, but ultimately I think it was, guys. I thought he wanted to go to the queen's left and go from 6 to 9 and take out all those ADs and just let the Lalo and the pups get the queen, but that is not what he wanted to do. He done exactly what he wanted to do right here. Now there's his first rage. Take down the CC. And he's going to get this town hall down. That's going to chop away at it. And right here he'll drop that king out here in a minute. And that let me know he was trying to funnel her in to the base, tighten her up into the walls. She's going to take the king and take this air defense down. And this war is ongoing, guys. There's a live right now, but we got to pay attention to this attack. So there's some wall breakers, really nice wall break in right there, but pay attention to the next wall break, guys. I was so impressed with it for sure. Now watch this, watch these wall breakers. This is absolutely beautiful. Boom. Now she's going to engage the queen, or the Mangy's queen is going to engage the queen. He's going to pop her cloak and take him down. And look at this balloon deploy. And right here he's letting that one house soak up a lot of this DPS and hopefully take it and pop it and get it going. And now he's out of spells, guys, and it just comes down to, did he play his cards right here? So he really needs a hound to pop here, and he's going to get it. Boom. But he had cleanup for days with minions, and guys, that's all he needed. He only had one, I think one hound pop here, but that's all he needed. This base was a wreck. So let's move on to the next Queenwalk Laloon attack. Alright guys, and for my last Queenwalk Laloon, we're going to take a look at Tyrex. We're going to watch his Queenwalk Laloon being performed. And now that you kind of have looked at the planning at the very beginning, you can kind of watch this Laloon progress and see exactly why Tyrex does what he does. Now guys, this particular base design, I have mentioned it in several videos. You need to pay close attention on how to take this base down, because it is everywhere in league play. And if you know how to take this base down, I've seen it taken by Queenwalk Laloons, witch slaps, mass drags, so it can be hit a myriad of different ways. Oh yeah, and gobo wee-wees as well, stoned hobos. Yeah, it's pretty much been taken down by all that, but yet we still see it. And as you can see here, the king, he's dropped the king to kind of funnel the queen in towards the enemy queen, and he's going to poison her and rage up. Now he could have probably got away with not raging right that minute, but the enemy CC was pulled immediately, so no better time than present. Now did you see when he dropped those wizards out right there to take down that AD? That's going to be really good here in a second. So now he's starting his Laloon, and here comes his lava hounds coming in. Queen's going to take out that one AD. Now he's kind of moving those balloons along to get that bow down. Wow, that bow is taking at least 3 balloons. And watch that lava hound. That lava hound had a weird flight pattern, that's for sure. And right here, all these heavy defenses, especially that wizard tower, can be detrimental on balloons. As you can see, although they're green, they're in various stages of health issues, and he's going to haste him along right here. And he still has that rage, but he does not need it really. That one hound is going to pop here in a minute. When these balloons, look at there, boom. That was great, excellent for cleanup. And this next hound is going to pop, and he's going to rage those balloons in and take that Tesla. And this base is a wrap. Great job. So guys, the versatility of Queenwalk Laloon, it is scary. I'll just go ahead and tell you, as an attacker, there's a lot of variables with planning a Queenwalk Laloon. But at the end of the day, guys, the versatility and power of this attack is definitely worth learning and worth the risk, because the reward is going to be you're smashing a lot more styles of bases with that attack. It works on so many different kinds of bases. So guys, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope I was able to teach you a little something about Queenwalk Laloon planning. That was my goal in the beginning of the video, just to kind of let you know my thoughts on why I done what I done on my attacks. So guys, with that being said, I'm gonna have to call it. I'm out of here.